Good evening, everyone. My name is Mighty Stream. I'm brought to you by Hope Through Navigation, and this is our Hood Recovery Services. I wanted to come in here and do your spiritual principle a day meditation for you for July the 15th. I haven't forgotten about it. I just have really been quite busy. And I just want to make sure that I do it before the evening closes so that it will at least be available for anyone that wants to go over it with me. Okay. So, July the 15th, a spiritual principle a day in a meditation, regular inventory and meaningful commitments, page 204. If there was anything in our lives that required a regular commitment, chances are that we only follow through if it wasn't too hard, if it didn't get in the way of our self indulgence, or if we had happened to feel like it. In a Step Working Guide, Step 10 Spiritual Principles. Being committed is more than just doing something over and over and showing up when and where we said we would. Commitment involves a conscious decision. We consider what we need or want, what we think is right, and what we are willing to devote our resources to. We take the time to think about benefits and drawbacks, time and energy required, other existing obligations, and whether we are willing to be willing when our enthusiasm goes away. Our past experiences with phrases like going to any lengths and no matter what were quite different from commitment in a healthy spiritual practice. Even in recovery, we remain compulsive. As creatures of habit, we may find ourselves repeating behaviors even when we don't need to. This can show up in our commitments. We keep a we keep a commitment out of habit or because no one else has stepped up. We commit impulsively and then back out just as impulsively. Or we stick to an unwanted commitment, resenting ourselves and the commitment from start to finish. In time, we learn a healthier approach. The daily inventory of step 10 can improve our ability to make and keep commitments. Reflecting on our lives each day teaches us a great deal about ourselves, including the types of commitments to which we are and are not well suited. Regular inventory helps us become more disciplined and self aware, and we experience further relief from defects and shortcomings. We grow, and our commitments become deeper and more meaningful as a result. Commitment is more than just showing up. Today, I will draw on step 10 and honor my commitments with mind, heart, and spirit. Wow, that is a beautiful spiritual principle a day in a meditation. I like how they take the step 10 in regards to taking a daily inventory, right? And making prompt amends whenever necessary, but it's not always involving a prompt amends in the sense of you owe someone an apology. Maybe it's a commitment that you've taken on and you're tired of it or you don't have the right spirit about it. I really like how they present step 10 here. I think that it is something that no matter who we are, we can probably relate to making false commitments, and those false commitments are the ones that we make and we know our heart is not in it, or we do it impulsively, maybe because it makes us look good. And then just as quickly as we made the commitment, we don't want anything to do with it. I have had a commitment for the better portion of 7 months with a particular group. And I'm telling you, if it had not been in my heart to do, if I had not had the right attitude about doing it, I would have long given up on that particular group. Sometimes it's not about the quantity, right? It's the quality. And whenever I show up for my service work for that group, my heart is all in. Regardless to the other attitudes around me, my heart is committed to it. My spirit is committed to it. And my mind is already excited about the next opportunity for me to show up to that commitment. And I want the same thing for you, because that's when commitments, especially in service or just general commitments, it could be with your neighbors, with your church, with your friends. It doesn't really matter. When you have the right attitude about a commitment that you've made, it is enjoyable. And even when it might be difficult through the going, your spirit is right. And so you know that you've done the right thing for the right reasons. So today I want to encourage you to consider making commitments and how you can use a step 10 to go through those commitments so that you can make sure that you're doing them for the right reason and that you have the right attitude about them when you make them and as you keep your commitment. My name is Mighty Stream. I've enjoyed talking to you this evening, and I will be talking to you tomorrow.